Being okay where you are. My brother, this is a deeply profound thought, and I'm going to encourage you to adapt this. As I've talked to guys at every age level, I mean, I've counseled guys from 19 to probably 78, and at every level, there seems to be some core dissatisfaction. You know, guys in their 20s are frustrated. They don't know what they want. They don't get how to interact with girls. Their careers, they feel shallow. They feel like they should be, they pressure on themselves to be farther ahead than where they are. In their 30s, they feel disconnected. It's like, is this what life is all about? I got this family, but I'm not happy. You know, in their 40s, they go, I've got some success. I found material possessions. I can take care of myself. At least I can feed my family, and I have some proof of my success. But now my marriage isn't happy. I feel like roommates, and my kids, I'm not sure how they turned out. Their 50s, a lot of guys are back and independent, and they're single, and they're saying, I had all this money and success, but I feel alone. And in their 60s, they start giving up and going like, is it too late for me? And I just want to share a voice of wisdom for you that every stage of life, where you are is where you're supposed to be. And it's okay. It's okay. In my life, I can tell you in my 20s, my spouse leave me when I had 3 little kids and then try to make me the bad guy because she felt the guilt of that. And it really wiped me out for a long time. My second wife, you know, ended up not being the marriage I thought it was going to be. And then as a young attorney, bright woman, she ended up developing a debilitating schizophrenia. And I spent most of my 30s caretaking for really a mental patient. And later she passed away. I went into a depression. I had a lot of success in my 40s and really came out to experience life. And then the '08 crash happened. I lost everything and started all over again. I rebuilt dream connections and found it making a difference in people's lives, only to have Putin invade. And of course, before that, the COVID pandemic. And once again, lost everything. Spent time in quiet reflection, then writing a book and figuring out what's next for me. And even though I know my future is going to be great, I'm in another valley. And wisdom now says, I see the cycles of life. I see, if I want to go back and say it the other way, in my 20s, I also loved that marriage. I loved having kids. I felt energy. In my 30s, I got to explore careers where I get to travel and expand my professional skills in many different fields. In my 40s, not only did I build a business again that was incredibly profitable, and I got to experience wild, great adventures and travel and see the benefit of that. And then, of course, in my 50s, I get to build dream connections and change lives of thousands and thousands of people. And even beyond the 450 marriages we created and the love and success that was there. And so now, as I sit here at a place like, even not knowing what my future is, I also know that it's going to be good. And so it's not that I focus on, in any of those decades, the good or the bad. What I did is created this expectation that created sadness for me at different times, where I said, I should be further ahead right now. I should be at a different place right now. I should be, anchoring in the sense of lack, that I'm insufficient, that I'm not where I should be, that I should be something different, somewhere else, some other thing. And the truth is, right now is exactly where I should be. And there are parts of it that are sad. If I want to focus on the sadness, I can find those. If I want to focus on the upside, it's pure opportunity in the future. I focus on my health, my fitness, getting in shape. I focus on the fact that I get to be back in this country that I love for a period of time now. And no matter what it is, how I represent it creates my state of being. And I don't see a downside to this statement of saying, I am right now where I should be. Because in saying that, right now is where I should be, I'm able to own it, change it, adjust to it, live in peace. It doesn't have to be something else. As soon as I create a dissatisfaction that I should be somewhere else, I should be doing something else, I should have more, I should be more, those are all attachments to temporal things that'll probably shift again. I'm sure I'm going to be wildly successful again with incredible opportunities in my future. And if life has its cycles, I may have another down period. Perhaps it's a health challenge. Perhaps it's, more loss of loved ones in my life. Perhaps it's something not in my control at all. The child goes off the deep end and it breaks my heart. But life is exactly as it should be in the moments we have them. The question is, can we focus on what we can do to better ourselves, better our relationships? As those longevity studies have it, the ones who are best at creating relationships are the ones who have the happiest and longest lives. Love is what we have, and it's what we share for each other. And it doesn't even have to be the romantic partner relationship. All of us men, we need other men. We also need to be doing something we feel is significant. And I guess at this point, I'll do a plug for my book, Legacy, because this is what teaches what builds that sense of fulfillment in the actions that are irrespective of our place in life, and gives us something productive to do every day that leads to something that will add up to something deep and satisfying. But either way, I want you to have a sense of peace wherever you are. The sad news, if you're in a state of really growth and prosperity and wealth, something else will come along. Life has enough trouble, as Les Brown would say. It's all over. You can't even hide under the table and escape it. It'll come find you, And so being at peace wherever you are, at whatever stage, is critical for us. And I'll end on this. One of the best things you can do is to learn the practice of meditation to quiet your mind. I just heard Andrew Huberman even give a little micro meditation exercises. If you need to focus on some work and really get something done, spend 30 seconds or 60 seconds just picking one object in the room and just look at it and let your mind be clear with no thought. Just look at it. And then when that's done, you will engage clearly. Meditation does that too. It helps get out of all those ruminating thoughts that tear us down, put us on that downward escalator, adding to it. And I'll give one other thought, and I'll go into these later, but understand this, as studies have had it that I've heard, I didn't do the studies myself, if you camp on a thought for 15 seconds, it becomes a belief in your subconscious that this is the truth. And your subconscious is determined to support your beliefs, and it will add other thoughts to build them. So can you intentionally create some thoughts that I am right now where I should be? I have all I need. I am enough. And whatever I need will come to me. And to the extent you can say, I just like myself. Brother, I love you. I want to tell you are exactly where you need to be. Be strong, because we need you this year to make your mark. And we're all there together. I love the brotherhood. I love the fellowship we have. I love spending this time with you, man. Go get them. Strengthen us.